Hello and welcome to the weekend. I'm Shilpa Ratnam and you're watching the morning news on CNN News 18. It is business as usual, so let's go across to the piece of breaking news that we have at this point in time. Politics over External Affairs Minister Jaishankar's comment attacking the opposition over the India-China border tensions. He said, and I quote, "If we talk about any land, then this land was occupied by China in 1962. The opposition don't tell you that. They will show that it happened the day before yesterday. If I am lacking in thinking, then I will talk to my army or intelligence. I don't call the Chinese ambassador to ask for my news." This, of course, a dig at Rahul Gandhi, who had met the Chinese envoy in 2017. Congress's Pawan Khera hit back at Jaishankar. He said, and I quote, "There's a fundamental difference between 1962 and 2020 to 23, Mr. S. Jaishankar. In 1962, we fought hard but lost our territory. In 2020 to 2023, we not only lost our territory, we also gave a clean shit to the one we lost our territory to." So these war of words are continuing currently. Let's go across to my colleague Abhishek Jha, who tracks the MEA very closely. Very good morning to you, Abhishek. The question of the China border being raised and Congress yet again asking, why won't you stare the dragon down and why won't you call it by name?
So clearly there is a lot of domestic politics also involved around what is happening with China. So whenever this issue of Chinese ingression comes up the story of 1962 war that has been between India and China, and clearly India lost substantial territory into the Chinese hand because of the strategic reason. Those were very important. But even now, in the recent years, we have seen flare up happening at along line of actual control between India and China. And the gravest example was of Galwan clash, where 20 Indian soldiers died in the action, and then this 9th of December clash also between the soldiers of these two countries, where Indian soldiers also sustained injuries and the Chinese soldiers did also sustain injuries. So there has been this conversation or this discourse going on that who conceded how much land and who was at the fault. But the point that Jaishankar was trying to make is that the more India relies on the information received from its own force who are deployed at the ground, its own intelligence people who are working day and night to secure our borders, it is better rather than going for the information or buying the information from some other sources, specifically hinting at Rahul Gandhi's meeting with the Chinese ambassador. So while the war of words can continue on the political turf, domestic political turf, the situation and if along the line of actual control has been a matter of concern. India has said that in past also, but then there has been progress also, because the last 2 and 3 years that we have seen, there has been slow but gradual disengagement also at multiple friction points between India and China along a line of actual control. Though, despite the fact that there has been multiple engagement, a full disengagement is something that India has always wished for, and India has still pursuing with Chinese diplomats and Chinese military officials.
Abhishek, as you're mentioning, that meeting that S. Jaishankar was referring to was Rahul Gandhi's meeting in 2017 with the Chinese ambassador and NSA advisor, and also the fact that this happened when there was a standoff. But coming to the recent trigger point that has set off this discussion, conversation, argument, however you see it, which is that a senior officer in Ladakh put out that report about 26 out of our 65 patrolling points being lost to Ladakh. What is MEA's official statement on that and their stand on that currently?
So there has not been an official confirmation or official negation of the reports that has come that 25 or 22 friction points are not permitted for Indians now for patrolling. We know that there has been a differing perception of on both the sides of India and China along the line of actual control, that which side owns how much of land and where is the exact mark. So there are a broad swath of land that both the country normally respect, and people from east side go to that patrolling point, and when the other side objects, the other side goes back to the earlier position. So that has been the modus operandi for the last 40, 60 years along line of actual control. But that has changed in the recent years when both the sides have started to mark their territory with more rigidity, and there has been this Galwan clash was one of the reason why this these marking the territory is one of the reason why this Galwan clash has happened, and that has also followed during the 9th December clash between Indian soldiers and Chinese soldiers. So we are not still very much confirmed on these reports that have come that how many petroleum points Indian soldiers can still go beyond. But an official confirmation regarding this from Ministry of External Affairs is still awaited, and we'll update you on that.
Thank you very much, Abhishek. We'll keep coming back to you as and when you get more details. Now, some breaking